I've been musing for a while now on the Movies with Mikey Force Awakens episode because, frankly, it was mind-blowing. And because imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, I figured I'd do my response in the form of a Movies with Mikey. Or maybe it's all just a ruse to cover the fact that it's easier to imitate someone else's voice than express your own.
Oh shit!
Up till now, I've been pretty meh on The Force Awakens. The reason why is hard to explain succinctly. In fact, I can't. Instead, I'm going to point you to the always brilliant Film Critic Hulk's take on the film. Since this is the internet and reading 12,097 artisanally crafted words just isn't going to happen, here's your TLDR. The performances were amazing. The visuals are stunning, and the plot was a thin machination to create moments of artificial spectacle that ignored the characters' wants and needs. After that, Mikey's breakdown was like a Tarantino spit take. Could the Hulk be wrong? Could my own reaction to the film be wrong? I remember walking out of the theater kind of numb. I had enjoyed the film, but already it was kind of a hazy stew. Moments of clarity bubbled to the surface, but I can't describe the film as anything more than they blew up another Death Star. Maybe I just missed some key details. The power of Mikey's analysis was in his illumination of the character traits that were there, just not necessarily obvious. As a counterpoint, after watching Rogue One, I was ready to join the Alliance. Yet, a lot of people really didn't like the movie, and while my sample size is admittedly small, amongst my friends there is a definite correlation. Those that liked Force Awakens didn't really care for Rogue One. And the people like me who genuinely liked Rogue One were tepid about Force Awakens at best. So who's right? This is the internet. There is no such thing as reasoned insight. You must have a take, and it must be hot. The beauty of these two movies is they perfectly contrast two of the lenses through which we view films. Some people deeply connect to rich characters, and that's all they need. For them, the kick-ass trio of Rey, Finn, and Poe is movie nirvana. Others need a strong, overarching story to dig into, and Rogue One delivered that in spades. A gritty, Dirty Dozen-style mission against impossible odds. Sign me up. The reality is, though, both of these movies are deeply flawed. The thing that has been bugging me since seeing Movies with Mikey is, why did I need to watch a YouTube video to get these aspects of the characters? Why weren't they more clearly enunciated by the film? The issue with the Star Killer was not that it was another Death Star. It's that it was just a MacGuffin to bring all the characters together for a final confrontation. It didn't pose an existential threat to the Alliance. It didn't even pose an existential threat to the main characters. And that's a problem.
What is it? The stuff that dreams are made of.
In contrast, Rogue One had a plot that marched ever onward without regard to the characters' needs. While the protagonists were serviceable, they weren't given any real moments to pop to life. Speaking of lifeless characters, for those who need, well, people to relate to, the Grand Moff Tarkin Mannequin Challenge is especially brutal. What I'm saying is, we need to make Star Wars great again. Maybe not like that. However, if you are self-identifying with a nebulous evil empire whose only real objective is to personify total evil, we need to be having a very different conversation. It is fair to say that neither of these movies are great, but at least they aren't the What? That joke's overplayed? Huh. For all the flaws the movies exhibit, they can serve a greater purpose. Star Wars is a uniquely extensive global fandom that has the ability to provide a common love for people of all creeds and cultures to celebrate. And celebrate it we should.
But did you know?
Star Wars as a series has made over $7,548 million, and that is just in ticket sales.
What is it that you do here? Merchandising.
Add in other revenue and you are looking at over $30 to $40 billion depending on who you ask. Not too shabby. As fun as it is to argue which movie is better, if we can begin to understand the different ways people are affected by story, maybe, just maybe, we can start to understand and respect other perspectives in greater matters. Like understanding people who think the prequels are good.
You're exactly the way I remember you in my dreams.
If you can understand and respect how a person can be in tears at the end of Rogue One, but be left shrugging after Force Awakens, or vice versa, then you can understand feminism, Black Lives Matter, or any other social justice warrior cause. Because the vast majority of social issues are really just different ways of people saying, listen to me, respect me, give me agency. We need to overcome the societal impetus that causes us to respect no one but ourselves and our own way of thinking. And if we can find a way of doing that within our respective fandoms, is it that hard to do in the other aspects of our lives? At the end of the day, both movies leave me hopeful that a better Star Wars is around the corner. For all its sins, The Force Awakens created an almost blank slate for some awesome new characters to step into the limelight and inspire a new generation to fantasize about a place a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the original Force Awakens video for Movies with Mikey below, and subscribe to his Patreon so we get more awesome content. Cheers!